It genuinely feels like this guitar is taking a little bit longer than it should. Everything in my life takes a little bit longer than it should. Oh well. Now, today, we're at the finishing stage, aren't we? I've got to drill some holes, I've got to finalize the shape of the neck, fine sand all of that, and you're not going to watch this whole process because sanding, etc., hey, Trey, boring. I'm not entirely sure who I was channeling there, but here is the body. Now, there are some slight variations in the outline through removing the material inside this. It all moved a little bit, which was to be expected on such a insubstantial wood, soft wood. We're going to tidy that up a little bit, add some chamfers or roundovers, I think chamfers, and yeah, by the end of the day, I'm hoping it's going to be flooded with super glue and we truly begin the finishing process of this guitar build. Yeah, welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to the 42,000-year-old or so Kauri, swamp Kauri build. It has also, given the value of the wood, caused me some sleepless nights, but hey, the price we pay for working with cool things. Let's start with the tuner holes. This is a very basic process, but something that people mess up all the time. And if you don't have to use a pillar drill, you really don't. In fact, I prefer not to personally, but the technique is very, very important. If you go all the way through from one side to the other, even if you're using a nice sharp bit, you are going to tear a chunk of material out from the other side of the headstock. There are several ways to ameliorate that. One is to clamp the headstock to a hard backing, sacrificial bit of board, and you drill into that, and that does work very well. The other is, hey, drill from both sides. It's not that difficult. On we go. Oh, by the way, sale, Crimson Guitars, massive sale, and for every £10 you spend, up to £300, you get £1 off another guitar that I'm about to start building. £1 off tickets to potentially win another guitar that I'm currently building. But yeah, check it out, lots going on. Good quality drill bit. There is no substitute for a good quality drill bit. Then go and buy a single, very good center point drill bit. These are Famag, they are my favorite so far. Most of the most egregious mistakes I've made in guitar building have been through using cheap substandard tools, and many of those were drill bits. Yeah, start with the tiny one. So we're going to drill pilot holes through the whole headstock, front to back, and then going from either side with the 10mm. Simple. At this point I realise that I am actually a bit of a numpty. I've lost my layout template for the holes, and I want to do this properly, so I'm just waiting for a run on the laser cutter to finish, and we'll go through and film, we'll go through and get some, yeah, come on then, through to the laser room we go. Ooh, that's a fun neck. Damn, okay. Easily distracted me. Young man.
Welcome.
Do you know what, the light in here is it's fantastic when you, I mean, oh, give me the smolder. There we go.
Well,
do we have a name for this laser cutter?
Do you know, I think we've named everything else in the world.
But
everything, it's like Crimson Pen, Pencil, Containment System.
what it turned out is I was originally given this laser cutout part for this build, and I completely, well, I've lost it in the chaos that is my life.
Welcome to Metal Cut. This is where I basically do everything. Get this sorted.
So we do a lot of tools and bits and pieces in here.
Yeah.
A lot of templates.
So we're going to pop the extraction on. Would you like some safety?
I would like some safety, yes.
There you go.
There you go. Actually, genuinely, that's quite funky. Yeah. No, my eyes are worth more than the camera, so I'll put these on.
That's probably wise. Okay, right. Let's fire it up then.
It's all about the light. Thank you, Sam.
You just want to make it look as sci-fi as possible. That's the goal, right? Pop that out from under there. There we go.
Nicely done.
Nice. There you go, sir.
Oh, fresh out the oven, still warm. Thanks, Matty. Have a good one. Well, that'll do nicely. You can see we've got a slightly different shape because of, well, lawsuits. But we line up with the nut and the end, so this part of it is correct. Just to be sure though, I'm marking the positions on the front, and I'm going to double and treble check because I did customize things. It's 18 millimeters away, and essentially your post is about 6 millimeters round, and your string goes off the edge of that, and my string there is going to end up exactly where I want it. Other side. Oh, there we go. So we're going to go, the other side is 110 millimeters up from the first one. That's nice and easy. There you are. Again, 3 millimeters off that edge, down the center line, and again, that's in the right area for what I'm after. It's necessary to drill straight through, and this is where pillar drills or drill presses, if you are in North America or thereabouts. With practice, it turns out I've been building guitars for like 20 years now, it's actually not that difficult to get straight. Somebody stole my drill and they were using it in hammer mode. I lent it to them, it was my fault. What's weirder is that this drill bit does not feel sharp, so somebody stole my drill bit and used it for naughty things. And because it's 2 millimeters, the tear out that I do have is minimal and well underneath the 10 mil size that we're going to be drilling through next. There we go. 10 mil. Go slowly, go gently, and go straight down. And only halfway through. Now you see how I've got a perfect circle there. If I need to adjust the angle that I'm drilling at, that circle appears from one side to the other if I'm off center. If I'm drilling straight down, the circle is from the off perfectly round. And remember, I'm not going very deep. We've got soft wood, and then we've got a glue line impregnated into some veneer, and that's going to react differently with the drill bit. And then we flip over and go again. Meeting in the middle, and when they meet in the middle, there's going to be a little bit of a kick. So just be in full control of your drill at all times. And of the bit of wood that you're drilling into, of course. See, there we go. Wow, this wood is soft. There we go. Shavings to clean up, sanding to do, but we have a headstock. And well, next up, still have this faceted or lightly faceted neck. We carved this last week. We tidied up and made it nice and comfy. And it's just a case of with a fine rasp or a sanding stick. So this is our half round Crimson Guitars. Probably needs a logo. Sanding stick, put in different chunks of paper, slides off easily with no difficulty, and you get the same thing. So at this stage, I'm just evening out the facets. Now the last thing that you guys want to do is watch me sand for ages. So actually what we're going to do now, I'm going to finish this off camera, and we're going to move onto the body. I am going to do probably a day's worth of sanding and fine adjustment that is just boring for the points of view of watching things on YouTube, etc. I think the next thing you're going to see of this build is well, it almost coming together. We're going to take a month where you don't see it, or so, a month, hopefully not even a month, where we flood the whole thing, we sand it, we flood the whole thing with super glue, we get it through the spray booth, get the lacquer, etc. done, and we'll slowly film that, and the next episode is going to be mucho awesome. My body's a little bit uneven. The outline, we've got this thin band of purfling here, and it's not quite working for me. I wasn't sure what the body was going to do. Relatively soft, relatively flexible material. I took out a lot of material and glued it all together, and wood sometimes, well, it changes and grows and moves and bends, and stresses get relieved. And I wasn't sure what was happening, so I left it a bit bigger than I wanted. And because it didn't matter, it wasn't actually even around this line. So fix that now, and then it's a day. So essentially, go along. I'm running my finger along the side and then adjusting the depth of cut of my Pentel Graph Gear 1000, I think. Not sponsored, I just love them. I then, by hand, I'm going to go through and just shave away the excess. And it's in the order of 0.5 mm to 1 mm or so. That's a little bit iffy, that shape there. Oh, so here's the trick. Run along the line there at the smallest point, and if I don't move anything, my line alongside on the ends will tell me then how much I need to move it inside on that side. That's my narrowest point. Just run all the way along. See what I mean? So now that distance there, that's how far I need to take in the side. Until we get to that point. Oh, I love guitar building. Just using a ruler is also pretty much a good way to do it. So we're talking, well, there's a 6 mm gap from the purfling on. So yeah, in this case, I actually didn't go far enough. moving around and doing that. So yeah, ruler is the way. How sad. Although I do appear to have got it spot on at this side. So essentially the angle of my body, etc., while I was drawing it, etc., he says, noticing that he said etc. more times than he should have, was potentially the problem. Okay, so I'm actually going to use one of the sanding sticks to do the edges on here. On something this soft, I don't trust myself with the oscillating spindle sanders, and frankly, I don't really feel like having a noisy day today. So I'm going to take the sanding stick and put on some coarser paper and finesse this thing. That's your template. And you need to make a couple of cuts. This is one of the single most useful tools that we've found for a workshop in a long time. And it's on sale at the moment. Now this paper is it's not as flexible as the original stuff, but once you've finessed it into place, it pulls on nice and tight, and I've now got a very coarse sanding stick, flat on one side, half round on the other, and yeah, we can crack on. I'm also avoiding vices. Well, I'm avoiding bench vices. I have enough other vices. That's true. You get the idea. Once I've got the outline sorted, go through with a gorgeous little square from vintagetoolshop.com, which also has a sale going on actually, and essentially finesse and finagle my way around so everything's nice and square. And you know, we are fast approaching a finished guitar, so it's about time to start another project, of course. I'm going to take this off screen. I'm going to say thank you for watching, click like, subscribe, check out crimsonguitars.com where we've got a sale going on, vintagetoolshop.com where we've got a sale going on, dailyguitardraw.com, which is building DorsetGuitarMuseum.com. Guys, we must have another website, greatguitarbuildoff.com. There we go, that was a joke and there really was one. Great Guitar Build Off has just started. It is there, it's done, it's sorted. It's taken a huge amount of my time over the last couple of months to get launched, but it is there, it's done, and I am now able to concentrate on building guitars, which, just saying those words relaxes me. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. This build will be off your screens for about a month during the final sanding and finishing processes, and will be ending very soon, and I can't wait. Hand tool build coming soon, new build coming very soon. Goodbye.